Today we're diving into the world of spark plugs, brought to you by Automotive YT. Whether you're a car enthusiast or just looking to keep your daily driver running smooth, you need to know your spark plugs. Trust me, understanding the different types of spark plugs can make a huge difference in your engine's performance, how long it lasts, and even your fuel efficiency. We're going to break it all down, make it super simple, so you can choose the perfect spark plug for your ride. No more guessing, no more getting lost in the jargon at the auto parts store, just clear, easy to understand info. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with the basics, copper spark plugs. These guys have been around forever and for good reason. They're like the trusty old hammer in your toolbox. Simple, reliable, and they get the job done. Now, copper is an amazing conductor of heat, which is super important for spark plugs. See that hot spark those plugs create that ignites the fuel and air mixture in your engine, making it run. And copper's awesome conductivity helps pull heat away from the tip of the spark plug, preventing what we call pre-ignition, which is basically when the fuel ignites too early. Believe me, you don't want pre-ignition, it can really mess up your engine. Now, because copper is such a good conductor, it allows for a nice hot spark, which is exactly what you need for a powerful ignition. That's why copper spark plugs are a favorite for high-performance engines or older vehicles that might need that extra juice. But here's the thing, copper is a relatively soft metal, and over time, with all that heat and pressure inside your engine, that soft copper electrode starts to wear down. This means copper spark plugs need to be replaced more often, typically around every 20,000 to 30,000 miles. But hey, there's a reason they're still around. They're affordable, they're reliable, and if you're working on an older engine, they're often the way to go. Plus, replacing them more often gives you a chance to check on other things under the hood. Think of it like this. You wouldn't run a marathon in dress shoes, right? You need the right tool for the job. Copper spark plugs are like those comfy sneakers you wear every day. Perfect for most situations, but you might want something a little more specialized for high-performance driving. Now let's talk about platinum spark plugs. These are like the upgrade from your standard copper spark plugs. They're designed for modern engines and offer a bunch of advantages. The big difference? Platinum spark plugs have a platinum pad right on the tip of their center electrode. Platinum, my friends, is a super durable metal, much harder than copper. That means it can withstand the intense heat and pressure inside your engine for much longer without wearing down. And that translates to longer service life. We're talking 60,000 miles, even up to 100,000 miles in some cases, before you need to think about replacing them. That's double or even triple the lifespan of copper spark plugs. Plus, platinum's resistance to wear means the gap between the electrodes stays more consistent over time. Why is that important? Because that gap is crucial for a strong, consistent spark. An inconsistent spark can lead to misfires, reduced power, and even worse fuel economy. Now, platinum spark plugs are a bit more expensive than copper, but trust me, that longer lifespan and improved performance are worth it, especially if you have a newer car with an electronic ignition system. These systems are designed to work best with the finer, more precise spark that platinum plugs provide. So if you've got a modern car and you're looking for a balance of performance, longevity and value, platinum spark plugs are definitely worth considering. Alright, now we're moving into the big leagues iridium spark plugs. These are the top dogs, the heavy hitters of the spark plug world. Iridium is one of the most durable metals on Earth. It's 6 times harder than platinum and has an incredibly high melting point. We're talking serious toughness here. This makes iridium spark plugs perfect for high-performance engines and those high-tech modern cars that demand the absolute best. Because iridium is so strong, it can be used to make an incredibly fine electrode tip. And a finer tip means a more focused, more powerful spark. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to start a campfire with a giant log versus a handful of dry tinder. The tinder's going to catch fire much easier, right? Same idea with spark plugs. A finer tip creates a more concentrated spark, making it easier for the fuel to ignite. This translates to improved throttle response, smoother idling, and even better fuel efficiency. Plus, iridium spark plugs can last a ridiculously long time, up to 120,000 miles in some cases. Now, all this performance comes at a price. Iridium spark plugs are the most expensive type of spark plug, but if you're driving a high-performance car, a luxury vehicle, or you just want the absolute best in terms of performance and longevity, then iridium spark plugs are the way to go. They're like the high-performance tires on a sports car. They might cost more, but they deliver the ultimate in performance and handling. Now, there's one more type of spark plug I want to touch on: silver spark plugs. These are a bit more specialized and not as common as the other types we've talked about. Silver spark plugs are all about conductivity. See, silver is the absolute best conductor of electricity and heat out there. It's even better than copper. This makes silver spark plugs incredibly efficient at transferring heat away from the electrode, which means they can handle some serious heat. That's why you'll often find them in high-performance applications like racing engines or some motorcycles. Now, silver is a very soft metal, even softer than copper. So, while it's an amazing conductor, it doesn't hold up quite as well to wear and tear. That means silver spark plugs typically have a shorter lifespan than platinum or iridium plugs. But, and this is a big but, they offer some unique advantages in certain situations. For example, some vintage European cars, especially those with high-performance engines, were designed to run specifically on silver spark plugs. So, if you're restoring a classic car or working on a specialized engine, silver spark plugs might be something to consider. They're like those specialty tools you only break out for specific jobs. They might not be used all the time, but when you need them, they're irreplaceable. So there you have it, a comprehensive guide to the different types of spark plugs. Remember to always check your vehicle's owner's manual for the recommended type and specifications. If you're still not sure, the folks at GV Auto Parts can help you out. They've got a great selection of spark plugs for any vehicle, and their team can answer any questions you have. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more car maintenance tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.